So, welcome back, everyone. This is going to be the first stream in 2 weeks, probably. Um, we're here playing a vintage league, testing for the NYSE, which is a really big paper vintage tournament, 15 proxy held on Long Island. This year's probably going to be the last year. So if you can come out next weekend, you definitely should. This is Power 9 style Turbo Lavinia PO. Playing maxed out Mox Opals and some main deck Graveyard Hate in an effort to Turbo Lavinia, which is going to be good against Mystic Forge Karn, obviously protecting our spells as well. And then we're playing Empty the Warrens Mentor as our kill cons, and some Narset wheel value. Sideboard, Graveyard Hate. Traps and Priests and Jailers are the best hate you can play right now. Crypts are still good in PO because you can pick them out. A pile of Artifact Hate and a couple Pyroblast and Traps for more combo matchups. So we're going to play this one first, and we'll see how it goes. Up against the Dr. Worm. We've got turn 1 Lavinia. Yep, keep. We actually have a natural turn 1 Lavinia, regardless of all of these cards, because we actually have the on-color Moxen. So what we're going to do is on-color Moxen, Flooded Strand Lavinia, then we'll play Mana Crypt and Mana Vault and Ponder, because we don't want our Mana Vault or Ponder to be mental misstepped when we can deploy Lavinia first. And obviously, after the Lavinia resolves, we can't be trapped. It's another plus. Not that there are many people running main deck Mindbreak Traps at the moment. Only a Brian Kelly or two. So I don't really want to be Wasteland. There's a lot of Wastelands going around right now, so I do think that an island makes the most sense. Yeah, obviously we're going to dump our hand on the board and ask, is it good enough? But that doesn't mean you can't play your hand in the correct order. So our Lavinia resolved, which means we are dumping our hand. There's no reason to play Vault first when we can cast Ponder first. So obviously a top is going to be good for us. There's no way we'll have enough blue cards to cast Force of Will. So we probably just draw top so we can play top and Vault this turn. Next turn we'll have a Preordain. We can get rid of the Force of Will and look for a paradoxical outcome, and hopefully that will be good enough to win the game. See what opponent's on. Opponent kept 6. Island, Soul Ring. So they can't play any Moxen. So typically a Soul Ring deck is some kind of PO deck. Lavinia obviously quite good against those style decks. Playing Turbo Lavinia does inherently make you good in the mirror too, which is nice. So we'll definitely start with using our Island to Preordain. Probably get rid of these multiple Force of Wills. Merchant Scroll. Merchant Scroll's a little awkward, as we can't get a PO and cast it right away unless we find a mana source. Currently, we have 6 colorless and a blue. We have exactly 1 spin, and then I guess we have 2 spins. 2 spins if we find a land. So we can spin now. See if we find a land. Obviously, we'll shuffle away our top, but being able to resolve a PO for 4 should be good enough. We could just twist. Or we could do the land snap PO for 4. I'm actually not sure. I haven't played too much with Twister. I'm just trying to do some math. If we draw, we'll have 2 colorless, and a white and a land drop. but we lose our scroll. Alternatively, we could scroll for a PO and pass. We're probably going to be fine if we do that. But I would like to PO for 4 on this turn if possible. We have an extra blue mana. There's not huge downside. I think I'm just going to take the land, scroll, PO for 4, and see where we go from there. Definitely possible we have a lot of cards in our opponent's hand stranded. Giving them options with Time Twister doesn't really sound like a great idea. We lose our top this way is the only downside. But I think POing for 4 should be fine. Yeah, we can wait. I just don't think I want to wait. Yeah, waiting is definitely a reasonable option here. I don't think I'm picking up Lavinia either. There's nothing our opponent can do that will counter this, so we're 100% resolving, draw 4, replay all our mana, so like this is fine. How much am I replaying is the next question. I don't think there's any reason to put that out. I guess I didn't need to tap this jet either. We are playing empty, so there is some plus side to holding things. The downside is opponent could play Lavinia, but we have Force of Will, so don't really think we need to play these out right now. I don't think I would return Lavinia there. I don't want Lavinia countered on the way back down. Like, obviously we can draw Forcible blue card, but on 4 cards, that's not actually that much. Yeah, I should have replayed Pearl, sure. I agree. Definitely replay the Moxen that they already know about. That's annoying, but it doesn't really matter, seeing as we have a Mana Vault. They can't have a Mind Break trap that they can use if our Lavinia stays in play. So I'm actually going to play out a bunch of my Moxen now so that we have the ability to play spells through to Defense Grid. Do I need to play Crypt out? 3, 5, 6. I don't need to play Crypt out. I'd like to be able to play Force of Will, Hardcast, and Mental Misstep Hardcast if possible. I need 11 mana for that, so I guess I would have to play Mana Crypt if I wanted to do that, because I'm at 9. I don't think I'm going to die to this Mana Crypt, so I do think I will play this Crypt out. So opponent now could play, still not that much that matters because of our Lavinia, but they could cast spells. That wouldn't matter too much because we have a Mental Misstep for something like Ancestral Recall. Urkel's Recall. Well, that certainly doesn't really do anything right now. Pitches the Force of Will, I guess. They can't force us because we have Lavinia. They can only play spells that they have converted mana cost less than the number of lands they have. No, we still have Lavinia, so you have to keep a track Defense Grid and Lavinia. Not cracking our fetch land in case we drop Brainstorm. Obviously, we're racing our own Mana Crypt at the moment. No need to play this Petal. Opponent could be on DPS as well. You got a Merchant Scroll. It's odd that our opponent used both of their blue sources for this Merchant Scroll. I assume they're gonna get maybe a Chain of Vapor or something for this Lavinia. I mean, Such is life, right? Such is life. Yeah, I feel like our opponent probably should have tapped Island Soul Ring, but we should have Chain of Vapor covered. We have a metric ton of mana, and if we ever draw a PO or any kind of gas spell, opponent got Chain of Vapor. Worth noting, this build does not have either Delve spell, but it does have 2 Narsets to help find PO. I don't know what the exact reasoning behind no Delve spell is, but figured I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. Oh, we are seriously taking damage and seriously drawing no gas. If I wasn't unlucky, we would win the race. I see what you're saying. So our opponent can now play Narset with the amount of things they have, which we don't really want to happen. I still think we're supposed to just counter this. We can still misstep a Chain of Vapor. We do have to be careful of our life total, but we do have a Hercules if we really need it. It costs so much mana to Hercules on our opponent's turn. We might want to Hercules on our turn, though. I want to counter Narset because there are... most of our outs are draw spells, so... it should be difficult for our opponents to cast a small Tendrils, especially seeing as they need to currently hit for 4 mana and 4 lands. Still, any number of like draws on our part that do anything should be good, so... yeah, what up, Mikey? So if our... unfortunately, if our opponent does cast Chain here, we do have to take 2 life to cast Mental Misstep, and then probably just pay 4 to untap our Mana Vault to save a life. I guess the 1 life isn't going to matter unless we draw a fetch land, so we can probably just Hercules Recall ourselves instead. We're still going to take a... I guess our 1 life will matter if we take a crypt flip. We're dying pretty hard to our own crypt here. We've lost quite a few flips in a row. P9 is going to hook us up with lists late. Our opponent can't Mental Misstep back, which is pretty good. Not that I think they have Mental Misstep. I think it's likely they're on Sandy Dog style PO or DPS, but it's very likely it's just the Sandy Dog style PO. I should probably pull up that list and just take a quick look again. It's really just a second Chain of Vapors or a Yogg Will to cast Chain of Vapors. I guess Tinker Blight's Bola Citadel is annoying, but they can't cast free spells off of Bola Citadel because of Lavinia. Obviously, another land PO is something we'd be interested in countering. Oh. They're casting it on their Soul Ring. As I would rather not play Dredge. What, like, that's not really a hard question to answer. Like, there's a significant percentage point from playing a deck you enjoy playing. Yeah, they can't cast spells. I mean, they can cast them, but they will get countered. I think opponent bouncing their Soul Ring and losing a land is actually good for me. I'm aware they're going to sack and redirect to Lavinia, but I think that's fine. We'll just counter the redirected copy. I really do want them to lose lands against Lavinia. There's going to be no way they can... it's not really cast, so it's put on the stack. So here... if we lose the flip... I guess we should put this behind the Mana Crypt so we can reevaluate after we lose the flip. Jesus Christ. I could recall myself, but it's not going to stop us from taking a Crypt trigger here. Opponent can't cast Tendrils, though, because they have to have 4 lands in play. So it's okay if I take 2 damage and recall myself this turn. Apologize for the loud truck. And we drew another land. Alright. So we've drawn basically the worst we can draw. Good. This is just out of habit. I don't know why I'm actually floating all this mana. I just need to have 8 mana in play without putting the Crypt into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough. I guess, can I get 8 mana without using the Vault? I can if I play a Petal. Alright, I'll play a Petal then. Alright, well, I have another Force, and our opponent has 4 turns, and that's where we're at in life, I guess. We're pretty likely to win on the spot if we cast Twister. But what that can also do is draw our opponent a Chain of Vapor. And it puts 1 Chain of Vapor back in their deck. Literally, the only thing they can have, though, is a Chain of Vapor. They can't have any counter spells. It's probably correct to Twister. Our opponent hits land, Tendrils. They kill us. As long as not both of their lands are fetch lands. Lots of loud cards today. Why do we keep drawing the Time Twister? I'm like pretty sure we're supposed to cast Time Twister. Oh, we die. Now it tells me after I waited a minute. It's really just the 2 chains. We're probably supposed to cast Twister here. Do we play Mana Crypt, though? If we twist and don't draw a PO and then die to my Crypt, what is the likelihood of that happening? Oh wow, look at this. We're being put on the Moto clock. Oh, we would definitely play the Opal. I have a Force of Will. I just have to hit him 3 more times. I can't see us ever losing this game. Opponent has to cast Chain of Vapor to win this game, or hit land tendrils. Holy moly. I guess we did hit a draw 7 and chose not to cast it, but... I guess our opponent could play, like, 7 Moxen and a Brain Freeze, but that doesn't even get it done. So they are on PO, which is good to know. Right, we have, like, all kinds of counter magic. I think we're going to be good here. We drew fairly awkward in this game, but Lavinia is just so good that it doesn't matter, I guess. Which is fun. So that means our opponent is on Force of Wills, which is worth noting. If they were on DPS, they would probably have been duressing us, I guess. So, alright. We have successfully beat our opponent down with a turn 1 Lavinia. On turn 11. Riveting game of Magic. As Menendian would say, lots of interesting decisions, very interactive game. So bring in Pyroblast and Mindbreak Trap. We can board out Crypt and Needle. What's our opponent have? Pyroblasts. They might keep in Grid, but that I don't really care about. They could keep in... They could board in Blightsteel, but that doesn't actually sound correct. I'm going to board out the Hercules. One Hercules doesn't ever hurt anybody. There's options here on Fragmentize and Rejection. They're probably... Are they better than a Lightning Bolt? I don't believe I need an Empty the Warrens. Is Hercules Recall better than just playing a Fragmentize? Probably not. I think we just change up the slots a little bit, take out the main board Graveyard Hate. Lightning Bolt can kill an opposing Lavinia if they had one. They probably don't have one, but what it can do is it can kill a Narset, which is pretty reasonable. I don't think our opponent would not take down a Narset, so I think leaving a Lightning Bolt in is okay. I don't really want to board into any other land configurations. The only thing I'm considering is Empty and Fragmentize, and I guess, like, Ceremonious Rejection, but I don't think that any of these cards are better. I really just don't think you need an Empty the Warrens in this matchup. You're, like, going for a PO combo with counterspelling your opponent. So let's try this. Obviously, this hand's garbage. Our opponent did not mulligan. This hand has a Force, a Trap. It just needs, like, Moxen to be good. I feel like this is, the hand itself is a trap, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna put away this island. London Mull is something. I don't know if I can concur that I'm loving it. That's a bad draw. That's more. Definitely can happen when you have 4 Mox Opals in your deck. Top's good. It's definitely good enough to let Dredge not play Come on! Alright, well maybe we'll have Hardcast Mindbreak Trap mana. We only have 12 lands in the deck, so. What a master. Dr. Worm for president. Plays around Mindbreak Trap. Godlike. You got it, fam. Alright. Mindbreak Trap getting pitched to Force of Will. I understand. That's why he's a doctor. I do not believe... I do not believe we're going to win this game. Maybe we were supposed to go to 5. We do have London Mulligan backing us up. It's pretty hard to pass up Mindbreak Trap Force of Will in the PO mirror. Usually one spell is going to be good enough. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play out both of our Moxen, but we're not going to cast PO on our turn. We're going to use it on their turn to, generate Storm, start Counter Wars, that kind of garbage. Also, we get to hold up Hardcast Mindbreak Trap, which is pretty nice. If our opponent gives us, anything to Hardcast Mindbreak Trap, we probably will. But don't play on your turn here. You're just locking yourself out of doing things. If you were going to start a Stargate, where would you start? Oh, like the show? You should just start at SG1, Season 1, Episode 1. You do not need to watch the movie. The movie is bad. I would just watch every season in airing order, starting with SG1. Stargate's awesome. I'm a big fan. Wonder if our opponent has Flusterstorm. Looks like our opponent has Flusterstorm. Our opponent has Pyroblast. Do we Force of Will this? Yes, because if we do not, our PO is dead. Does our opponent have another Force of Will? They do not. Alright, well, we need action off the top, which means we are dead, probably. That doesn't do anything. Alright. We draw a Moxen next turn, we can snap Mindbreak Trap. I'm sure our opponent's going to cast PO this turn and kill us, though, so... I am playing red. Do I have Pyroblasts? I do. Cool. Yes, so we're dead. Alright. Both teams fought hard. I probably should have mulliganed. It's quite possible. Yo, Van, what is up? Thank you for the sub. You're a powerful wizard. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. But I'm less cynical. Wait, no, I'm not. I hate vintage. I have a tournament to test for. There it is. Crypt Ruby Wheel. And if we don't, we just have to hit a blue source off a top. Sure. Fire away. Yeah, but then he wouldn't have been able to cast Wheel. Lame. I am gonna Wheel, though. He's probably gonna get Force of Will. If it doesn't, then we get 7 cards. Did not. We can PO this turn, though. Opponent had Narset hand. Man, opponent definitely has a Force of Will now. Yikes. I guess we can PO on their turn. Do we want a PO on their turn? I guess our opponent could trap that if they wanted to. Not seeing a trap. Can't stop me! You have a Force of Will. Did I wheel you into Force of Will blue card? I did. I did this to myself. We got rid of a Chain of Vapor, though, so next turn we can play a Narset. Let's see how good the hand we willed our opponent into is. Because the hand that they kept was not great. I also... Yeah, turn 1 Demonic. I probably would keep this hand. Demonic for a Force of Will, and then jam a Narset on turn 2. Oh shit, it was Wheel. We have Snap. Oh, so gas. So opponent can have Pyroblast here. Worth noting. So I don't believe we're supposed to jam this Narset. We also have Snap Pio. Oh my god. Never mind. We're jamming Time Walk Narset. I guess we're actually jamming Time Walk Narset? Yeah, Time Walk, Narset, untap, Snap Pio. Solid. We can even play around days. I guess we could Snap Wheel as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's think about it. Is that better than Pio? I'm not 100% sure that's better than Pio. If this were to resolve, which is clearly not resolving. Because Pio would be able to bring back our Narset. Oh, wait. Opponent has a Chain of Vapor? I don't understand. Opponent has a Flusterstorm? Opponent has... I don't understand what opponent has. I think I'm supposed to take a blue spell in case my Narset finds a Force. We currently have enough for Snap Pio. Maybe our opponent has a Chain of Vapor, so they're gonna... If we wheel, they would bounce our Narset. Maybe that's what's happening here. That's not a very good Magic the Gathering card. That was not a very good Narset. I guess I should not have played that to play around Mindbreak Trap. But we were never playing around Mindbreak Trap, right? Alright, we're going to Snap Pio. No, we're not. I don't want to get Flusterstormed. Our opponent can have Chain, in which case Snap Wheeling is... I mean, Snap Wheeling is still good, but it's not as good. We currently have the ability to Snap Pio on their turn if we want to. I'd like to keep this Narset in play. If our opponent chains our Narset at end of turn, we just Snap Ancestral. We could just Snap Ancestral and beat Flusterstorm right out of the gate. That actually might be preferable. I think it's Chain of Vapor, but if it's Flusterstorm, I would rather... I guess if it's Flusterstorm, we still have a Narset in play. We don't have any action. We have a Preordain on the next turn. I actually think it's probably okay if it's Flusterstorm. Let's go for Max Greed. I'm gonna not crack Petal because I believe we're gonna need as many blue sources as we can get. Alright, opponent had Chain of Vapor. Alright. I like how we played that game.